60,000 dead, families wiped out, children dying of hunger, and yet silence. The same politicians who cry on TV about Ukrainian babies suddenly lose their tears when their children are Palestinian. So let me ask you this, is this about humanity or is this about politics? Because if all kids are equal, then Gaza's kids deserve the same compassion as Ukraine's. Now let's shift gears, because while Israel is struggling with soldiers and legitimacy, something bigger is happening behind the scenes. Iran and China are getting closer. Iran has already been supplying Hezbollah, Hamas, and other groups with weapons. But now, with Chinese technology and Chinese backing, Iran's missile program is advancing at a speed Israel cannot keep up with. Think about the last war, the 12-day war. Rockets shook Israel in a way they weren't ready for. Now imagine a Hezbollah backed by Iranian tech, powered by Chinese engineering. That's not just a headache for Israel, that's a full-blown nightmare. And here's the kicker. If Israel even thinks about striking Iran, it's not just Tehran they'll face. They'll be risking a confrontation with Beijing. So while Netanyahu is busy attacking Gaza, the regional chessboard is shifting under his feet. Now what do you guys think? Will China openly back Iran in direct conflict with Israel, or will it stay behind the curtains? Let's hear your take. Now let's zoom out. For decades, Israel's power came from two things. One, American backing. Two, the myths of its unbeatable army. But now, America's support is shaky, and Israel's army doesn't even have enough soldiers. Meanwhile, Palestinians who have lost everything are still waving their flag over the rubble. Think about that resilience. If you can bomb a people for 2 years straight and they're still standing, still refusing to leave their land, then tell me who really has the power, the occupier with jets or the people with nothing left to lose. So where does this leave Netanyahu? At home, hated, protested against, losing popularity. Abroad, isolated, losing allies, being called a problem by world leaders. Militarily, running out of soldiers, facing resistance that refuses to die. Strategically, surrounded by Iran, Hezbollah, and now China, all watching, all waiting. And here's the brutal truth, this war is unsustainable. Israel can't bomb its way to peace, it can't starve Gaza into submission, and sure as hell can't fight forever without soldiers. The longer Netanyahu drags his war, the more he weakens Israel itself. So the real question is, will Israel collapse under the weight of its own aggression? Because history shows us, empires don't always fall from external enemies, they fall when they rot from the inside. And right now, with no soldiers, no moral compass, and no allies left, Israel might be heading exactly there. Let's hear from you. Is this the beginning of Israel's decline, or will Netanyahu somehow survive the storm? Because one thing is clear, the Middle East is changing, and this time it's not in Israel's favor. If you guys found this breakdown useful, hit like, share it, and don't forget to subscribe. And in the comments, let me know, what do you think will break first, Netanyahu's government, Israel's army, or its global support?